Okay, season 2 of World Zero for Guilds is back for the third time, and it seems to be going pretty well. Nothing too glitchy, and it's a bit different as always. So I'm just trying to explain how to get guild points, and talk about how the systems work and what you can do at a max level or any level, basically. But let's go ahead and show you guys what is new. So first of all, when you go view rewards, you can see that is still the same. You still get world points from world events, which is 1 point. This will be grind infinitely at your level, so look for that. Daily quests still 5 points, so do your 3 daily quests and you'll get 5 points per day every 18 hours. But dungeons and towers is re-added back, and so we'll explain of how that works. So of course, you want to go ahead and click or hit V or open up your menu here and go to dungeons. Now you can see that when you want to do a dungeon, you'll say what level and how much guild points you will get for completing that one run. You can only get one completion per day to get those guild points. So you can see the dungeon points refresh in 21 hours. So this will trigger once you join the game one time. So it's 24 hours, right? So if you don't join the game for over 24 hours, it's not going to continue on that reset. It's just gonna, once you join the game, it will start the timer basically. So if you complete a dungeon, you will get 1 point, or depending on the level. So if you go to Dire Problem, you can see that we get 3 points for doing 53, and you get 1 point for doing level 7. So choose wisely. Choose the one that you think is the fastest, pretty much. And there's that. Then we have Nightmare Dungeon, which is a new dungeon level for basically the final dungeons and the dungeons in worlds 7, 6, and 5. You will have an option for level 100. These are pretty difficult. They have timers, but you use 6 points per clear. And they're very long, so depending on if you're doing a people or less or by yourself, up to you pretty much. And each of them has their own, all has their own here and there. And you can pretty much, if you look through the ones I did, they're pretty much the shortest ones for the most part. So choose your pick. Maybe not this one, but that's how it is. Now the other thing is towers. You can't see it here, which is like a way to tell, but you get 15 points for doing one tower. And you can do it 1 per day. So you'll get 15 points per day for 1 tower. But you can do all 3 towers. So then be 45 points per day. So we do tower 1 person tower, Atlantis tower, and the third tower here. You'll get 45 points in total. So 15 per tower. Each clear will give you 1. So if you do 1 tower per day, you'll get 45 points, which is pretty decent. And the max, if you calculate it, if you do get your calculator out and add up if you do this every single day and you do every single dungeon, which is I think not worth it, but you get around 277 points for doing every single dungeon every single day. But then you gotta add the time. Each dungeon might take like 2-3 minutes, so you can add it up how many dungeons there are, and time wise dungeons take like 15-16 minutes. So up to you of what you really want to do. The other thing is you can farm with your guild members, maybe save your time, but what you understand for parties is that every time you have one person join your party, enemies will gain 70% more health. So eventually, if you have 5 people, if everybody does the same amount of damage and can pull in the effort of one person that's at that level for that dungeon, then it's going to be good. If you can't, then it's going to be a bit of an issue, as it's going to be skewed in levels. So hopefully when you're running a party, make sure that everybody can pull their own weight. If you have people who are under leveled or just don't do enough damage, it's going to hurt and take a lot longer than it's supposed to. Solo is pretty easy if you have the damage and stuff, which everything I did here, everything looking at, I've done solo that has check marks. We've done them by ourselves, and it's pretty easy to do by yourself. But choose what you like. It's fast. The fastest dungeon, in my opinion, is Winter Cavern. It takes about 1.5 minutes for this one, and then it's like 2 minutes, 3 minutes for these. But it's the fastest dungeon in the game, in my opinion. Or like Dire Problem is pretty fast too. But up to you which ones you want to choose. There is that. So you can do, like I said, 45 points for 3 dungeons. You got your daily missions here. It all counts, all that. Like I said, you can do all dungeons and do that in 1 day, but you still infinitely grind in the world boss. So it's up to you what you really want to do. Not much to really explain. It's just that to do dungeons, go back and forth per day, and then like I said, you still infinite grind the world boss. It's up to you what you want. World boss is like 4 minutes, 5 minutes for 1 point. You can do that faster for a dungeon, but you can limit it to that. So eventually, if you're tired of dungeons, you can just AFK grind the world bosses again. That's pretty much up to you. It's slower, but you're gonna be passively pretty much earning those guild points instead of just a chunk of it. So up to you of what you really want to do. But the same rewards as always: Guild Halo, Angelic Rider, Pegasus mount. That is the same. Top 25 get you the Pegasus mount at the end of the season, which is 35 days. So with Battle Pass, and I don't know. That's it. That's the video. Nothing too special. Nothing. Hopefully helped a little bit there when it comes to that. So hopefully you enjoyed that. I don't know.